So Derek, tell us a little bit about the Notary certificate class that you offer.
Yes, primarily what we offer is a course that enables a person to become an Illinois Notary Public. Part of that requirement is that they obtain a notary bond. So we actually make reference to a bonding company that I've used over many years, etc.
So what can somebody do with this notary stamp and seal?
Primarily, many documents by law, it is required that they be notarized. Documents being, or examples thereto, being things like deeds, things like bills of sale to sell a vehicle, things like court cases, many motions, many affidavits, many petitions require them to be notarized.
And it seems that, in my experience, that there are a lot of opportunities for people to use their notary certificate to potentially generate additional income, maybe even start an additional business. Could you talk about that?
A great point. For example, you can't sell a car without the bill of sale being notarized. A new law in Illinois, you cannot transfer real property in Cook County without a notarization and a thumbprint, the right thumbprint, from sellers. And this law pretty much applies to just about every real estate transaction in Cook County. Also, with respect to court cases, very difficult to litigate any court matter without notarizations. Powers of attorney. Many of our parents and grandparents need to declare powers of attorney. For that to be done, it requires notarization by Illinois law.
Yeah, I'll tell you a quick story. I haven't mentioned this to you yet. A week ago, a manager of a bank in Wicker Park called me out of the blue because she saw that we have this notary class, and she said, I consistently need documents notarized for the bank, and much of the time we can't do it in-house even though we have a notary because there's a conflict of interest with whatever that situation may be. She said, I have a lot of documents. She said, can you refer someone to me? And I said, sure. And then I realized, well, I bet this happens at every single bank. And I thought, what a neat opportunity for somebody to go in and get that business. She was so desperate to find a notary. I said, well, don't you have one at the bank? She said, oh yeah, but we can't use it for this particular reason.
Great point. With banks, with currency exchanges, with automobile dealers, with hospitals, funeral homes, all of these entities at some point or another require a notary.
So let's talk about the class itself. This is a one-day class, and tell us a little bit about some of the topics that is discussed in the time that you spend with the students.
Yes, so one of the topics that we talk about the 4 most common notarial acts. We talk about how to notarize a power of attorney, how to notarize a deed, how to notarize a bill of sale, and how to notarize a political petition.
Gotcha. And what types of people take this class?
Oh, DJ, I've had people from lawyers, real estate brokers, people who work in currency exchanges, people who work at banks, as your illustration indicates, people from all walks of life that are looking and that are familiar with the notarization process.
And this is something that somebody, even without prior experience to notarial services, can go out into the marketplace and potentially create a side business for themselves.
Absolutely, good point. Because one of the things about the Illinois state law, there are very little or minimal requirements to become a notary. And I think that's what makes the course valuable, because we give you those tips and training. We give you those checklists. We actually give you some level of practical knowledge about the documents that you will be reviewing.
So really, to sum up, the types of information, the information that we discuss in this program, we're going to talk, of course, about how to perform notarial services, the rules and regulations, compliance, and also how to go out in the real world and maybe use this effectively to generate some income.
Absolutely. We're going to teach you how to market your services as a notary.